Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are creating a weather bot flow which would be a cloud flow on make.powerautomate.com. Let's jump right in. I will be pressing over this create button. I have already come here on this page. It is asking me what kind of flow it would be. So here you could see there are few options using which you can create a cloud flow. So mainly there are three: automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow and scheduled cloud flow. Alright, we will be choosing this time scheduled cloud flow. If you see, this option gives us a pop-up which is asking us the flow name. Let's give it a name. I have given it a name as weatherbot, and then it is asking me when do you want this particular bot to run. So this is the time when the bot gets started and it starts running. And the next thing it is asking me is on what particular interval you want this bot to repeat the actions which you are planning it to perform. Yeah, so it is by default it is set to 1 minute. I am keeping it as it is right now and I am pressing over create. So guys, once you are in this screen, you need to click over this activity which we have already set up, but just see few more extra things which are present here which would be making this particular bot a lot more efficient. So let's select the time zone. It is asking me what time zone you want to select here. So I would be selecting my own time zone, which is GMT plus 5:30. Here it is. And it is asking me the start time. So start time is something after which this bot will start performing the actions and it will be keep on running on that particular interval which you have set. I don't want this, so I will be clearing it out. Let's go into next step. I will be taking a set of actions from MSN weather, so I will be clicking over this. Either you can click here or you can directly choose from MSN. If you type here MSN, all those activities under that particular connector which would be available are showing up here. So I would be choosing get current weather. Here there are two parameters. One is location. If you hover over here on this particular parameter on this field, it says the location search query. So this is location search query which would be asking you and accepting these inputs: city, region, state, country, landmark, postal code, latitude and longitude. So in this case, this particular parameter accepts these particular values. If you are giving any of these, that would be fine. In my case, I would be giving a city name, which is my city name. And we have to select a unit system. In my case, I would be selecting metric system. Let's click over new step. But before going to another activity which we would be appending here, let's run this bot and see what are those outputs which we are getting. Let's save it. Let's press our test. Let's click manually, because if I press automatically, it would be waiting for the next interval and then only it will be running. So right now I want this particular bot to run instantly. That is why I am selecting manually. Let's go into test. Let's press our run flow. Done. And it says your flow ran successfully. So once your flow runs successfully, you will be seeing a green line on the top. Let's click over this activity and let's see. These are the inputs which we had provided and these are the outputs which we are getting. So pressure 1013, partly sunny, humidity 50, temperature 24, and the units as well, right? Let's click over edit and let's add our email activity. In my case, I am adding Gmail activity, which would be send an email. So let's search for Gmail here, and you'll be seeing send email activities here. Let's click on that. And if you are using this activity for the very first time, it would be asking you for the connections. Let me show you how you can connect your account to it. If I come out of this and if I press our add new connection, it would be showing me the same screen how you would be getting when you are performing this particular activity for the very first time. So it shows up like here, and let's click our sign in. It is taking me to a pop-up which is asking me which particular account I want to link. I want to link my Botabus account. Let's click over that. And if you see, this pop-up asks me whether you want to connect your Power Platform to this Botabus Gmail account or not. So I will be allowing it. I will click over allow and it will get connected. So now it's connected. It is asking me these parameters. The first one is mandatory, which is 2. So this 2 needs the email ID to whom you want this particular email message to be sent out. Right now I will be sending it to my another account, which would be this. I have already given it. Let's click somewhere out of this field and it will be taking that email ID. Oh, I missed something. Let's clear it and let's give it again. Yes, now it's perfect. Let's give it a subject. Let's type the body of this email. The first thing I will be taking would be temperature. So let's see temperature, and I would be selecting that temperature value from the dynamic content, and that dynamic content is coming from this get current weather activity. If I search temperature in this dynamic content, I am getting there are two things which are related to temperature. First is temperature and the temperature unit. So this one contains the value, the numeric value, and this is something which is with respect to unit. So in our case, the unit would be degree Celsius. So first thing first, I would be selecting is temperature and this temperature unit as well. Yeah. So that it makes more sense. Now let's see, I would be giving one more information, wind speed. Let's search for wind in this dynamic content field, and if you see, it gives us the wind speed as well. Let's add one more field, one more value which we are getting from get current weather, that is wind direction. And let's click over this wind direction dynamic content. Let's little bit beautify it. So my body is high humid weather condition for today is as below, temperature and the temperature value, the unit of this temperature, wind speed and wind direction. Let's save it. Let's open my another email. Okay, let's go into my inbox and see whether I have gotten any notification. Yes, here if you could see, I have gotten this notification, hi Amir, weather condition for today is as below, and temperature is 24 degrees Celsius, wind speed is 8, wind direction is 20. But again, if you could see, this particular email body does not contain the information in a manner how I want it to be, because this wind speed is not showing any metric or any unit here, whether it is in kilometer or meter per hour. So let's go and let's tweak few things. Let's click over this edit. Before going into edit, let's go into my flows. Let's click over this and let's see the last run. If you click over this, you will be seeing the last run. So from here you can get a lot of information. If I click over this particular get current weather activity, if I click over this show more, I would be able to see this speed units, which is something I need right now, because I want, with the wind speed, I want this particular speed units to be appended so that it would be meaningful. Yeah, so let's go into edit. In our email body, I will be giving speed units as well. And let's save it. Let's give it a test. It's completed now. Let's go back to my Gmail account. I would be having another email from this bot, and it says temperature 24 degrees Celsius, wind speed is 8 km per hour, and wind direction 20. But still, it does not make a lot of sense to me having this wind direction here. Let's go and see what more we can do about it. Let's click over this edit button. Before that, we need to go and see what was the output we are getting and what we can use from there, from the previous activity, which is get current weather. If I go here, so it says wind direction 20, which is not something meaningful to me right now. So what I will do is I will go and I will take these values out. I don't know what this wind direction means in this particular use case, but yeah, wind direction should be something like north, east, south or west. But yeah, in this case we are getting it as a number, so I don't know whether it is something very useful for us. Let's save it. Let's give it a final run. Run this flow. And let's go back to our Gmail account. And we are having this message coming up into our email. So if you see, the subject which we had set was weatherbot notification, and this is the email. This is the final email which we are getting. Hi Amir, weather condition for today is as below. Temperature 24 degrees Celsius and the wind speed is 8 km per hour. So that was it, guys. I hope you guys found this particular use case informative. If you think I should create more videos on Power Automate Cloud Flows, please comment down below, please like my videos, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Stay tuned.